Hello everyone and welcome back to Bahamut Lagoon. So let me see if I'm recording, and yeah, it seems alright. So, I've noticed one thing when I was watching the recordings, checking the quality, that sometimes the music, well most of the times, is barely hearable. And I tried messing around with both my audio interface and the SNES settings, and it didn't do anything actually. Then even made it worse, because one of the settings on the SNES emulator actually prevented it from turning on. It crashed right out of the bat. So yeah, I have one more idea, but I'll try that in the next one. I don't want this to crash like permanently. What, did you catch a cold, old man, or what? Well, yeah, we heard that. But underground lake, you say? Nobody has ever entered, so how does anyone know about it then? Huh. Oh, don't be chicken, old man. And how do they know where it is if no one's entered there? That never entered part is kind of far-fetched, old man. Kind of far-fetched. Oh, okay. So let's dive into it, shall we? Excuse the pun. And we'll just begin the assault. Yeah. This is a weird one. Starting with, yeah, defeat the boss, that we're gonna well, first I'll get the overlay on. Click. Click. Here we go. So, we're gonna be fighting, as you can see, a lot of Ronnie Colemans, basically. And every time I look at him, the only thing that's going on in my head is lightweight, baby. I just can't help it. But no, when you see the model, yeah, you see it's kinda something different. But on the map, Ronnie Coleman. Yep. So, as you can see, I'm leveled a bit differently than in the previous one, and that's at the end of the previous one. That's because I goofed up. Yeah, when we finished the episode... Oops, sorry. When we finished the episode, and I finished the recording, I kinda pushed the wrong button. I exited, that's one thing. And then I thought, whoa. I think I forgot to save the state, because I always save the game between chapters, as you saw, and I always save the state as well in the emulator, just in case if something corrupts. And I opened the emulator again, and I pushed load state. And yeah, well, I didn't save it, but when I did that, I invalidated my normal save. So I had to do the previous mission, the Lestat Palace, all over again. And why the heck are you hitting the octopus? Dude. I mean, nice damage, but why? 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 Why did you do that? Okay, so I'm thinking Thunder is a good one here, since they're aquatic forms. Life forms, basically. So we'll go with that, I think. Unless that wasn't a good idea on those guys. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. Because you can see Ice doing a lot more work here. I wonder if we can... Can I finish the job with an Ice hit? Yes, I can. Okay, for those, Ice is the way. Good. You're hell-bent on attacking this guy, aren't you? Well, going by the HP and all, I understand why you leave Ronnie on his own, but why aren't you attacking those guys? You have Ice Element as well, so why? Now, I could go to the right with Zora, but then Ronnie will come down to me. That's not something I would want her to tank that much. So We'll starve... Well, we won't starve the lady. Unless we go like this, but... That's... Well, I can do it for one turn. I was gonna say that leaves us in the end, but... The tail end of the group, but... She does have quite a nice movement with that light armor in her party, so... That is maybe livable. Okay, so that'll take care of the Siren and Banshee group. Yeah. Ice armor, okay. And a level, why not? Molten needed that. So now we'll go. And I won't do any attacks with Yo-Yo. Yeah, I was gonna say wait and see what element he uses. I'm quite sure it's... Well, regardless what element you use, everything should work the same on those guys. I think. Okay, the player unit. I kinda was hoping for that. I kinda was. So let's go full ham. We saw that ice works. So we'll go with ice. It's safe. At least it won't be drained and restore his HP, so okay. And yeah, thought as much. Everything works basically the same when it comes to elements. He's probably strong against physical-based attacks. Well, that one was good. Huh. That makes the theory not right. Well, maybe he just has high attack stats and good HP. Maybe that's it. Okay, so got that one out of the way. Very low movement on them. That's actually good. And the Scylla is there at the end. And yeah, I can show you. We have the good old Holy Dragon sitting locked up here tightly. You have the vague outline of it. So yeah. We know our target. We can march right on. So, from what I remember, electricity, eh? Let's see it. The Lancer group does very respectable damage, as you can see, when using the field attacks. That's why I like the Lancer group being, well, comprised of all Lancers. Maybe not the strongest in the battle mode, and not the most agile on the field when it comes to movement, but they do pack a punch, you know? They do pack a punch when it matters. Why? I mean, yeah, he kinda got a little attacked, but did that warrant a heal? I don't think so. Not in range unless I do a summon. Which I can. You have a large amount of MP to go through. So might as well use Valitora. We'll see how it does since it's non-elemental. Maybe it's a little more louder now. I did change some settings, but when I was checking it out on the recorded file, I didn't hear much of a difference, you know. But we'll see, we'll see. Like I said, I had still one more idea. Also, you can see now, even on the overlay, that the enemies are a few levels ahead of us right now. So we would want to probably do a few missions. Side missions before the next story battle, actually. I think would that be good. And I will experiment then with transferring that wizard from Yo-Yo's group to Sendak's group, and just transferring Sendak to Yo-Yo's group. See if that works. Well, in some way it will work, but I wonder if it will work, you know, if it will work good for me. Because I would have stronger summons, that's true. And stronger... Well, yeah, we don't use Sendak's magic, we use more of the wizard's magic. And I don't think we would be slower. I think that's a good idea, at least to try. We'll see, we'll see. Punch. Well, considering that he hit a dragon, that's decent. They do have a lot of defense with that high vitality of theirs. Okay, let's see. 3000, so let's go full on skills like the last time. And actually we'll have Gunso attack. It should be, well, now it's definitely enough. Terra Break. Interesting choice. It did better than the normal elemental attacks. Well, this is a normal elemental attack, but the basic elementals I meant. Nice. Saved some MP on the fellas. Got 1 level. Got an ice brand that I won't use. Wonder why there is a bridge towards that little island when there's nothing there. I mean, we could cross the gap here and do a nice attack to have a bridge here, but honestly, what's the point? What is the point, I'm asking. So Bu will attack normally. You fellas... You know what? Let's go with a pulse. Because I don't know how much damage we'll do. Let's see. Well, extremely decent. I honestly did not think we'll do that much. So what gives? You really just have high HP and attack? Basically no defense? Thought you were gonna have boosted defense. Well, you are clothed in only a loincloth, basically, so yeah, go figure. Heal? No, no heals. That's rude. What will you do? Electron, okay. So this is going quickly. At least it seems like it's going quickly. But that's good, that's good. It's good that we're not stuck and having a hard time with it. Especially since those guys have a pretty decent HP pool, and I was wondering how long will it take to wear one down, you know? There's still the boss, and as you can see on the overlay, he's quite tanky. And has a lot of MP to use, so I'm wondering what does he use, you know? Because I sure as heck don't remember. But I don't think it's anything that drastic that we should have problems with. Famous last words. Okay, movement done. Let's see what they do. They'll probably move forward, that's for sure. If they do, let's have Metalite attack, but we'll do maybe only physical attacks and see how much that does. If he won't die, we'll finish it off with Reef with a field attack. I think that's a good idea. So, for science it, let's test how much the boys do. Well, that's less than Bu. Okay, it was kinda decent, but... Well, no, it was decent. It was more in the ballpark that I was expecting them to do. Not bad, not bad. And we'll have additional stepping... No, I thought he was gonna do ice. Okay, 2000. Well... I don't know if Reef would be able to do 2000, but... with Twin Head's help, I think it would be feasible. Oh yeah, it will be. So finish him off, please, if you will. Of course you won't. Why did I... Do not even say anything. Dude. Really? Really? I mean, whatever, but please don't do that. It's a good thing that doesn't equal a fatality on your squads that were standing there, because that would have been harsh. I don't think I can move. No, it should have actually targeted that one tile that's needed. It's just that Metalites probably probably we can't see through Metalites. No, we should see. Yeah, through Ronnie's model we couldn't see if the ice is here. Kinda shadowed it. But I think it's okay. At least according to the targeting it should be. Okay, do a little refresh, why not? Not that it's strictly needed, but won't say no to that. Always XP. View is a little bit far ahead. Okie doke. Now, can we do anything worthwhile? Not exactly. Honestly, that's so little damage that I'll just stay here and won't do anything. How much? Okay. So now what? I would want to conserve the last of Metalite's MP for maybe at least one round with the Scylla. And can we walk through this? Of course not. That's what I thought. Because it kinda looked like it. Can I? Yeah, for some reason that's the only one that isn't. We'll do it like this. Not only will hit, but we'll also freeze that one water tile that's left. And give us an additional one as well, which is useful. Did you just... Okay, lightning. I was kinda second guessing myself for a while. Thank God I saw it correctly. So yeah, we'll do the field attack. Now let's ice dust him. Should do equally good. Yeah. So twin head, please finish this off. He wouldn't do... Well, no, he would probably do as much. He would do roughly the same if we would go in the battle mode here and attack with everyone using the dust. They roughly do the same amounts because they're close to level and have the same equipment basically. No one is better equipped, which we have to change as well. We have a better spear, but it was pricey, so I didn't buy it. And I wonder how much weapon power is a component in the technical skills. It should be a large component of that, since it's not magic, but it's a weapon-based attack. Need to check it. Okay, we're moving pretty far. Good. Bew is catching up, also good. And we're nearing the Holy Dragon. Wonder if Yo-Yo will... Yeah, I think she will probably faint again. Don't remember exactly. So, moving in with the Lancer again. Field again. Good thing we are surprisingly frequently in range with them, which is a big change in contrast to the previous missions, where we were one tile out of range quite frequently. So yeah, I like that. Whoa, he took a swing at us. It's quite the wind-up. Okay, yeah, I mean, we'll go with... I think we can go 2 normal attacks from Metalite and Barclay. And both Taicho and Gonzo can do 1 technique each. And then we conserve MP for the Scylla. Will this be enough though? Probably? Yeah. Good. Shame about the Icebrand though, shame that it's not a tier higher. We should be starting to get the higher tier stuff, in all honesty. From what I remember, we should be starting. Okay, you don't need to be forward. Actually, that's for Bew. You need to be on your toes with the healing, depending on what the boss does. You will take cover at the rear as well, because we don't know exactly, because I don't remember. Problem is they will be moving at the same time at us, and that means, yeah, will be probably trapped here because of the dragons moving to a not very good place. Let's move like this. We'll move a... Dude, really? I actually didn't want you to do that. Because Ronnie's can't move far, but the boss would be able to move to me probably. Well, that's my fault. I could have gave him a order to not move like that, to be more closer towards me, and that would have taken care of the problem. But no, I thought if we stay on the default movement, they'll probably do the smart thing. No, they won't. So we got that covered. Yeah, see? Too little. I'm hoping here... Good. I was hoping that's the case. Ugh. So now, honestly we can just go ham on the Scylla. He has a lot of HP. He definitely won't die with one encounter. Even if we use all our special attacks, it will be... Now I'm wondering what element to use. It's not inherently elemental, so maybe ice should be good? Okay, he dodged that, which is not very nice of him. Ice works. That's good. I wonder if lightning works better. We'll see that if I move Sandak. Nothing that scary. Okay, blocked one Ronnie. Yeah, I thought as much because we used lightning on the octopus, the tentacles. I'm kinda imagining reading the tentacles like you would read a Roman name. And now I'm thinking about Tentacles. Sorry, I just... Yeah, just my head. It's kinda funny though. The great Tentacles. So, fried octopus. Should be delicious, actually. Now that I think of it, should be delicious. If done well, I don't see why it wouldn't. Now, you, my dude, but you're too far away and I know that. Definitely not have that kind of range on you. But the most important thing here was the positioning. So we won't get blocked in this tight corridor and we could only attack with one person. Can I actually hit both of them? I can, and I will. This should be decent damage to both of them. I hope. We'll see how much that is worth. Well, yeah, that was decent. I mean, those two giants are quite decent XP, but if we don't get it, well, we don't get it. It's not the end of the world, especially if we have free grinding spots. Now this is a problem. Zora must go first. She doesn't have as much range on the Starfall. Probably won't be enough. Nope, for as much, but we can finish that up with Valitora, but do we want... Oh, maybe? No. And actually we don't want to finish up with Valitora since he is non-elemental. And we won't want non-elemental on him. Of course, now it's only a one-tile spell. Well, it always was a one-tile spell, but the only one that I have access to is a one-tile strengthening spell. And I wanted a cross-formation one. Shame. Shame. I could. Now I'm wondering, depending on who will attack, who Scylla will attack, I could finish him off with an element and see if I... Really? Wonder how much that will do. Well, unfortunately, kinda strong. Whoa. Really strong. Okay, so this needs to be healed. That's additional XP, so why not? Maybe good XP to boot, you know? We have to see. It should be decent since every unit was healed, so it should be decent XP. Well, seen better. Now, can we... I'll give this to the Lancers. Should be good XP, and I will use... Let me go with poison, honestly. Probably not a good idea when thinking about the drops, but... Maybe I'll get a grass out of it. Don't know about the equipment. Enough? No. That's enough. Well, yeah, don't you have one? I saw that one. Behind you. So don't act all surprised. Also, how can he talk? I think we asked the wrong questions here. How does an octopus talk? I mean, there are smart animals, so I can give them that, but don't think they're vocally evolved. Okay. Decent-ish levels. Not that far behind them. Well, there's a holy dragon, so he has to have a fancy door, I guess. Wouldn't you want to live in a house with fancy doors? Yeah, are you alright? Yes, we know that. For some reason. You think it will open like that? I don't think so, dude. Yeah, I don't think it opens by just knocking on it or using force. It is kinda right now. There is no king to guard. That makes it harder. Unless the chosen one can. Yeah, that's the shtick here. Gotta go, say the magic words, and it's opened. Didn't even need to come near it. Yeah, right open. I don't know, go and see. So that answers the question. I'm also not sure, but I wouldn't. Oh. And you just agree with that, dude? Yes, we kinda gathered that. They are. But let's go. I mean, I'm on Amazon. Oh, okay, what was that? That's a force field. I was gonna say I was voted to basically go to my death. Oh, and he's mad. Very mad, it seems, for some reason. And the aura's flashing, so we'll have a inner mind monologue. Well, maybe not a monologue, since she is talking to him, so that's a dialogue. And she's being sucked in by mysterious powers. Or she is Michael Jackson in disguise, because that was kind of freaky. Moonwalking there to the Holy Dragon, lighted by a strange aura. What is this? I don't know, dude. Be careful with that throwing your life away shtick. Didn't work well for Taicho now, did it? What wounds? What wounds? Oh, those kinda emotional wounds. Are you teenagers? Did something bad happen at school? Did your crush reject you, Mr. Dragon? Guess that's a no. Whoa, you ain't looking that healthy now. Even though you're kinda not encased in ice or stone or whatever that was, crystal maybe. She can't, she's not asleep. What the heck are you doing now? Why is the whole dialogue kinda Palpatine sounding? Okay, yeah, angry and sad. They are teenagers then. Dude, it's not always about you. Chill. Yeah, who would have thought, eh? So deep down inside they were really like us. Huh. Well, maybe yours is. Okay, okay. That's enough, dude. Well, probably. Sounds human to me. Having that kind of thing hidden. Well... I don't know if he shares your train of thought. Kinda wants you to go, I think. But yeah, this is the chapter done. And this chapter is kinda something different when it comes to... story, if I remember correctly. There's one thing here to do, and I won't spoil it. So I think this is actually a good moment to make a cut here. So yeah, we'll do the rest in the next episode, and I'll thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, take care, cześć!